What's your small act of kindness that actually had a profound impact on someone? I worked as a cam girl, and my most memorable client was a guy named Steve. He sent me a message during one of my public shows asking to go private, and once we were private, instead of asking for something dirty like I expected, he just wanted to talk about my life. His camera wasn't on, so I sat there talking to a blank screen about my life for 2 hours at $5 per minute. He never said a word, and after the whole thing, he bought my Snapchat. The next week, I got a snap from him asking to have a private chat again. I said sure, and we did the same thing. He just wanted me to talk about random life stories for 2 hours. We did this once a week for about a month before he asked me to Skype him so I could see him. Our scheduled time to Skype came, but he didn't pick up the call. I snapped him to make sure everything was okay, and he said he'd changed his mind. He wanted to do our usual thing where I can't see him. I agreed, but this time he actually typed to me. He essentially gave me his life story. He told me that he is a software developer, had never had a girlfriend, and is a V-Card owner. He was 36 years old. He has had crippling social anxiety ever since he was humiliated in senior year of high school by a girl who pretended to be interested in him for months, only to ghost him after he traveled 5 hours on the bus to meet her. He told me he hasn't spoken to a woman face-to-face since he graduated from college. He said that he's hideously ugly and felt overwhelming guilt for even looking at a woman because he felt that it was just unwanted and offensive to her. I tried to just listen and be understanding. At the end of the conversation, he asked if he could turn on his cam and try to have a conversation with me. I agreed. He turned on his cam and was beet red in the face from shyness. I was completely taken aback though. He was a totally average-looking guy, a bit overweight, but a decent face and a nice, clean-looking haircut. I was kinda just really sad he thought so lowly of himself. I told him that he was handsome and that he shouldn't think so lowly of himself, and his face absolutely beamed up. You'd swear I just told him the winning lottery tickets or something. He was smiling ear to ear. He became chatty with me after that, and I playfully flirted with him every now and then just to see him flustered. The next day, I got a Snapchat from him. He says that he felt so good about himself that he finally said hi to the front desk receptionist at work, and she said hi back and smiled. He was thrilled about this normal social interaction. We never video chatted again, but he snapped me every time he interacted with somebody. His very last snap was one of him telling me he now has a girlfriend, and he thanked me for calling him handsome. That single compliment changed his entire life.